No, I was at church yesterday. It was a Friday, right after work. I felt, I don't know what I felt, but obviously, not obviously, but you guys don't know. But the pastor, he was asking a question. I think he asked this question. I have bad memory, but he asked this question about he asked a question about how many of us sinned today, and
Yeah, well, some experiences I've gone through is just like, I in high school I was like really like understanding myself, and yeah, I was going to church, but I was still smoking, hanging out with the wrong group, just basically me just not being in the right state. So I would just understand like what I have to do, but I wouldn't do it. So I got to a point where I was at my lowest, like just I had no purpose in life. I felt like I'm a burden to everyone. Like, what am I doing with my life? Just to my lowest. So I just cried that night, prayed to God, and that I want to change, but I don't know how to make the change.
And I wrote this note down. I think it was after, like, I just realized how good God was. So I just wrote this note. June 7th, 2024 at 9:24 p.m. I'm scared I will go back to my sinful nature. I do not ever wish to. I do not ever want to go back to what kept me away from you. I have seen and known your goodness and grace, Lord. I do not ever wish to take advantage ever again.
I'd like to speak on my experience with Christ. At first, I would see him as a joke. I would see him as unserious. I would see everybody who would worship him. I would judge them based off just them worshiping him. And I guess it was like a crater to my mind that believing in him was its whole different perspective. I was
My mom, she's Catholic. My sister, recently she's turning Christian. And my oldest brother, he's Catholic as well, but he's in Phoenix, so I don't know much about what he's been going on. But yeah, I mean, my sister, like I guess piggybacking somewhat right off of what you guys said, my sister, obviously, rest in peace to my brother-in-law, right? Fell on an accident, 3 stories. I know, it sucks, bro. It sucks. It's been 3 years already, but yeah, my sister, I feel bad for her. I do my best to help her. And, lately she's been, again with you guys, like kind of like you guys, seeking God in a way. Or instead of just being inside, go touch grass, go hiking, go do something, Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it does look like grass.
That's what my girlfriend said. They look like grass.
Don't try, do. Whatever you want to do, don't try it, or else you're just gonna go half butt on it. Don't
show them the shirt. Show them the
stop. Yeah, have no doubt. Have no doubt. But stop saying you're gonna try, and just do. Trying. If you're gonna try at something, just don't even start.
Greetings and salutations, homies.
Yes. Let us not curse right here. Not saying
No
anything
curse.
vulgar.
I'll try my best.
Not anything vulgar.
I'll actually try my best. I think because my language is just like that. By default.
Hey man.
Let's try.
It's just like
Oh. Like you want to retake it, but also in the same shot, right?
This collection of plugins is almost
Like you one shot and then you're like recording your going to the.
sound.
Let's say I say, you don't want that to be in it. You
So
cut it or you bleep it or something.
Oh.
You know what I mean? On your computer to show that, hey,
So when you're editing,
yeah.
you could have just said that.
Sure.
Edit. So when you're editing the video, you obviously want to edit out.
I'm a little too bougie when it comes to that.
He's old.
I'm bougie.
All right. So introduction. You want to introduce yourself? You want to introduce yourself first, and then.
My name is Christopher Menendez, from Montebello, California. 19 years old, multi-million-dollar clothing brand, entrepreneur, friend, husband. I'm not married. Kid, son, brother.
Either one.
I'm Juan. I take photos. It's very basic, but it's what's hot right now. That's it.
Why are you ad-libbing him?
It's fine, dude.
Hello, my name is Aaron DeLuna. I am from Temple City, California.
I like it.
And I am here with my good friend, Christopher Menendez, supporting him and his multi-million-dollar brand,
We're a team.
soon to come.
We're all a team.
And yeah, that is me.
Well, my name's Jose, and you know how he said we're here supporting Chris. I just met him and him too, Juan, and you still need to remember yours, Aaron. Yeah, but they're already like basically my brothers. You know, I vibe with them. You know, it's just a day of what we're doing on the Saturday, bro. Just supporting Chris, and it's his start, and we'll see where we go.
And I also want to input something. This is all a step
Hell no.
for us. All right. This is all a stepping stone for us to grow and learn. Obviously they're not just helping me, but I'm obviously wanting to help them and whatever they have, like got going on. I know he's a photographer. He has amazing freaking. He showed me his work. It's so amazing.
I'll put his thing right here.
Yeah, right there somewhere. But it's absolutely amazing, bro. And whatever these guys, I know he wants to make videos. I love the way, I love his, ambition. I love the reason he's doing it, and Jose, and I don't know what he wants to do, but whatever he wants to do, I know I'm going to support it because he's a good guy, he follows Christ, and yeah.
Thanks for the plug, bro.
Gotcha.
I really appreciate that.
Thanks for the compliments, bro.
It's my compliments.
It's all love. It's all love.
It's facts.
I mean, this is all scuffed out, obviously. I mean, we'll probably show like a picture over of what we have.
Yes, so far.
Who knows? Maybe like in the future, like I think I told you before, where like you hear stories about like people who like get started out of like nothing or what they got, and like everything's just messed up at the end. You're looking back at it.
This is what we got.
Yeah.
Do you know who Steezy Kane is?
No.
No
I
way.
Don't know.
That's crazy.
You know who?
Yeah.
Bro, videographer, photographer? I don't know. But he's his work is like it's pristine, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. If you look him up on YouTube, bro, this is where I get the inspiration from my cinematic edits and all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
It's so sick, bro.
But he started with like basically nothing, right? Or like he
Him?
started with like a camcorder, a digicam, or
I'm not sure his backstory. I'm not really too
but
sure.
you just
about
know
it.
that he started from like nothing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, I think we all start from nothing, It's from scratch, make it into something.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I get my inspiration from him. And the thing that I'm working on right now currently that hasn't been released, and I recorded on the
It's
28th
cooking.
of April. It's in work in progress, but it's coming soon.
Really good.
Yeah, it's really good. He checked it out. I want to make sure I show them the before and after as well.
Yeah.
But soon to come.
Beautiful. Now, I was at church yesterday. It was a Friday, right after work. I don't know what I felt, but obviously, not obviously, but you guys don't know. But the pastor, he was asking a question. I forgot what the question was. Maybe what we think, what we just thought, what we learned out of the whole week. And I recently learned, and this was one of the first, I've actually felt it deep in my heart, something in my heart, it was weighing me down a little bit, and my hand was shaking when I was trying to pick it up, and I knew it was something that the Holy Spirit was trying to tell, helping me say, but I was just way too nervous, I don't know, but what I really wanted to speak about was the light at the end of the tunnel. I think he asked this question. I have bad memory, but he asked this question about who here. I'm trying to remember. I guess just advice that we wanted to give out, and I know he asked a question about how many of us sinned today, and not a lot of people raised their hand because I feel like they were
Not being honest.
not really, yeah, not being honest. I mean, some people raise their hand, of course, and obviously, I just wanted to. I know I seen many faces there. They all look pretty down. You know, I know they're going through a lot, and it's hard trying to be pure in a world like this. And I struggle too a lot every day, and it's not easy. But I recently won a battle with lust, and it was something that I thought I would never get over. But thanks to Jesus and His Spirit, I feel like I've totally conquered it already. Like, I don't even think about it as much as I did, and it's just, my mind is purely on just getting better every day. Like, I've never thought I would ever feel like this, and what I wanted to say that day was just keep going. Like, don't let the despair get to you, because that's how the devil gets to us. Not when we stumble, but when that despair comes, we want to stay down. And that's the most dangerous thing. Like, if you choose to stay down, then you're going to stay down for a long, long time. You're going to waste so much time. And then once you try to get back up, it'll still keep you there if you let it. And it's really, that's what's dangerous. And I learned that lust isn't really the problem. It's just that despair, that the doubt, and just that regret that keeps us down. But yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Whatever we're going through, there's light. Just gotta keep going. Just gotta keep going. I wanted to tell him, like, Jesus, God did. God literally did. So yeah.
Y'all got any experiences with, asking for a prayer and receiving it with,
Negative.
you? Alright.
Yeah, well, some experiences I've gone through is just like, in high school I was like really like understanding myself, and yeah, I was going to church, but I was still smoking, hanging out with the wrong group, just basically me just not being in the right state. So, I would just understand like what I have to do, but I wouldn't do it. So, I got to a point where I was at my lowest, just I had no purpose in life, I felt like I'm a burden to everyone, like what am I doing with my life? Just to my lowest, so I just cried that night, prayed to God, and that I want to change, but I don't know how to make the change, and he basically, I guess I could say, it was like, I got to feel his presence in that dream, and he spoke to me, and I still remember that dream, and it gave me like fear in a good way, that I have to be better,
Yeah.
I have to make the change, and I don't want his presence out of my life.
Yeah.
So ever since that, I just decided to make a change of like stop smoking. There was times where I would fall back into it, but like it was different this time because I knew it wasn't right, like I already knew there was no purpose to it. So like, why am I gonna continue that cycle?
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. Nothing, it was just day by day doing whatever I wanted, and just God started working in me. I started serving in church, and I graduated high school, and that's another story. But to make it short, now I'm pursuing a degree which is in kinesiology. I've been doing a certificate to be a personal trainer. It was funny because at first I never thought of it because it was my first year working out, senior year. So it wasn't like anything in my head. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
like I'm just starting, and then until like just things happened in my life. Like I tried this for my future, but I didn't like it. And then I got to do some research, and I got to that. And so it was funny to me that happened, and I still see it to this day. Just God answering prayers, changing people around me, changing my life, just doing good
Yeah.
things. So that's that. My message would be, follow Christ, believe in Him, because you might feel like you have no purpose, or you feel like something's impossible, but even this verse right here says,
This verse says, with God, all things are possible.
Which is very true. You just got to give him a shot, because no one's perfect. We're all gonna fail, but God is perfect, and He took the price of our debt, of our sins, and He just wants us to have a true relationship with Him and just to seek Him. Just be honest.
Yeah.
He got us.
Yeah. And I wrote this note down. I think it was after, like, I just realized how good God was, so I just wrote this note. June 7th, 2024 at 9:24 p.m. I'm scared I will go back to my sinful nature. I do not ever wish to. I do not ever want to go back to what kept me away from you. I have seen and known your goodness and grace, Lord. I do not ever wish to take advantage ever again. Lord, please keep me from turning away from you and your goodness ever again. I wish to worship you and stick with you forever. Please forgive me of all that I have done. Please, Lord. My heart and spirit is truly sorrowful, Lord, and needs you forever. Amen.
Amen.
I was just, at the end, like, I just broke down because, like, I just realized, like, I don't want to live without God at all. Like, nothing's more important to me than that. And I just want to help encourage those, like, kids that were like me, to feel that. Because I feel like if someone just feels that, and that's how you turn away from the evil. Like you understand God's goodness and how good He's been to you, and that's what makes you want to repent from whatever you do. No one can force you to believe in God, but you have to experience it yourself firsthand. And that's my advice to those who don't really believe, but like are seeking to believe in something. Believe in God because He's the truth. Jesus. Yeah. I don't know that feeling. It was just like my heart just like, it was like being crushed of all that I've done, and just realizing that I can't give God anything. I can never work my way to heaven. I can never outgive Him. He doesn't need us, like, I don't know what man is to God, like that He loves us so much that He took it to the cross. Like, I just don't get it. Like, He's huge and we're like ants to Him. And so, like, He still loves us with His whole heart. And I think that says a lot. We're just merely small creatures here in a temporary world. And I just don't get that. But I'm not, it feels good that I don't have to do anything to gain His love, He loved me first before I loved Him. And that's what's special. But yeah. Ooh,
That was deep.
Hold on.
That was deep. I like that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. If you want to say anything.
You want to say anything?
I don't got much to say on top of that, really.
Yeah.
I'd like to speak on my experience with Christ. At first, I would see Him as a joke. I would see Him as unserious. I would see everybody who would worship Him. I would judge them based off just them worshiping Him.
Too.
And I guess it was like a crater to my mind that believing in Him was its whole different perspective. I was what do you call them? What do you call the people that don't believe in?
Atheist?
Atheist. I was an atheist. I hate saying that word. And, I wish that I wasn't, but I know that it was a part of my journey. And I feel like a lot of you can resonate with that because of maybe you're in a situation where you brush God off the side because right now you're working on, or right now you're just experiencing life presently as a young man or woman. But I would like to say that through my experience, there is no light without dark. There is no rainbow without rain. And the thing is that although I didn't believe in Him, there was a small part of me that did. But I had yet to realize it. And so when that came to surface, I really changed my actions. I changed literally everything that I ever believed in. And it was just a crazy experience because knowing that there is a higher entity that is far beyond our comprehension, that could help us, that loves us, it's truly amazing. I was more earthly knowledgeable than godly knowledgeable, and that was my mistake. Although I didn't know it at the time, I come to realize it, and through my journey, I seen that through the problems of self-improvement, because I started self-improvement in 2020, and then I didn't believe in him. I thought it was just me, myself, and I, spiritually, physically, mentally. All those three things compounded into my body. That's what I believed in. I didn't believe in no God, and that was the mistake I made. Until now, I want to say the middle of 2023, I started to really seek him, because I knew that I would look around at the other atheists who didn't believe in nothing, and I was like, these people do not, represent what I'm trying to represent at all. And they were looking towards fame, they were looking towards money, they were looking towards so many things that only benefit them in the physical world and not in the spiritual or mental. Or spiritual, I would say. But I think that's what a lot of the youth lacks. And it's hard to see, but then again, I had the same journey as those people, so I can't really say that. I can't really judge them based off.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all I just want to say for advice is that know that your time is coming to seek him. Whether you be a Muslim, Islam, I don't know the difference, I ain't gonna lie. Catholic, Christian, whatever you may be, I believe that seeking him is probably the best option on the table. It's like a low fruit. If you think of a tree, the high fruits are what he provides. The low fruit is what he is providing, like right in front of your face. The high fruits are what you have to build up to. The low fruits are his love, your appreciation for him, the prayers that you do every day. Perhaps you don't do them every day, but you should. And yeah, my advice is to seek him when you feel the need to, because if you don't, things can be turned around in an instant. Someone could die in your family, but that's like, over the top edge, like stuff, but someone could die in your family, you could lose your arm, your leg, stuff can happen. And I feel like if you're believing in him, those stuff are very rare occurrences, because when you're believing in him, if you're trying to make yourself the best possible version of yourself, he will see that as you're taking care of what he created, and so he'll give you the gift of not letting any serious injuries happen to you or your family members. And that's what I believe. And that is my advice to all you young people out there. Believe in Christ, believe in God, love him, appreciate him, pray every day, seek him when needed, and always have good morals, be polite to others, and try to be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be in his creation. Amen.
I want to piggyback off that. seek him always. You're not gonna figure it out right away. You're not gonna have all the answers right away. But there's a verse in the Bible that says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all of these things will be added on to you." True wisdom is not gained but given. We cannot really understand what God's plans are in our lives, why God lets some things happen, and why God, just lets it slide, But it's obviously the free will of man. That's why there's so much evil in this world. God doesn't have nothing to do with evil. There's no evil in him. There cannot be no sort of sin inside of him. He is pure, holy, and just, and righteous in all his ways. So whatever evil in this world that's happening right now, that's because of the free will of man. And we've been given that right. And Satan ultimately has rule over this world. That's why you see just all this perversion and wickedness, especially like going on in the youth. The devil's trying to trick their minds, and we want to help pull them closer. God doesn't necessarily need our help, but he wants us to be the good stewards, just the people that like want to fight for what he stands for and all that. Because when Jesus was on that cross, he had 72,000 angels ready to come and wipe this planet off of existence. But Jesus said no, he wanted to go through with it because that's how much he loved us. Even though people were spitting at him and just calling him a liar and just like a criminal on the way up there, he still chose to ignore all that and, go through with it. And I don't know, man, like if a person does me wrong, like even one time, like I don't want to talk to him at all. But I know I have to forgive them, not for them, but for myself. So I won't hold that bitterness in my heart and destroy myself in the end. So, yeah, seek him first, man. It's important. It's the most important thing in life. Better than the money. Because I had imagined, obviously I messed up during this walk with Christ. I went back to my evil ways. I used girls for my own selfish reasons, fell into my lusts and just struggled with that, but obviously, God delivered me from that, and I do not want to go back at all. I want to find that wife I could just, settle down with, in his perfect timing that'll come, but right now we're focusing on him and focusing on ourselves and helping those around us and just becoming better every day. And yeah, man, once you're doing that, you don't feel the need to like seek out, the materialistic things. Obviously, it's good because there's kings in the Bible, where they live luxurious, but it shouldn't be more important than him. Yeah.
I got nothing to say.
You gotta talk, man.
I'm not really the.
I think it's that Juan thinks that he has to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Like, you could give in general advice
What's
in
your
life,
opinion?
like
Yeah,
your experience.
Not my cup of tea,
Yeah.
I respect your guys' opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
not your opinion, but your beliefs.
Yeah.
I'm just not really well versed in it.
No, yeah.
I know my
it's
mom.
fine.
My mom, she's Catholic. My sister, recently she's turning Christian, and my oldest brother, he's Catholic as well, but he's in Phoenix, so I don't know much about what he's been going on. So, but yeah, I mean, my sister, like I guess piggybacking somewhat right off of what you guys said. My sister, obviously, rest in peace to my brother-in-law. Right, fell on an accident, 3 stories. I know, it sucks, bro. It sucks. It's been 3 years already, but yeah, my sister, I feel bad for her. I do my best to help her. And, lately she's been, again with you guys, kind of like you guys, seeking God in a way. Her suegros and suegros, they're Christian. So he's following kind of like on their footsteps to, have a little faith in something. Obviously that's hard times. It's tough raising 2 kids. He passed when she was pregnant with the second kid. So you can imagine how that is. So, I'm not really much of the religious guy. I'm just witnessing my mom, how she is, my sister, how she is, my brother, how she is. My youngest brother and my sister above me, we're not really believers in that sense. Mm-hmm. For me, I'm more of a, things are what they are. Some questions aren't really meant to be answered. It's just another quote, kind of like I told you, things are just what they are, bro. I just, I'm here working just to stay afloat. Yeah. I don't want to be, out on the streets, just by myself, living in a box, living on a sidewalk. I don't want to be any of that, bro. So my drive is basically just, hey, you know, I gotta kick ass and, you know, not be out there, you know, just be, hey, eventually I do want to like buy a house, buy a nicer, I mean, dude, I want to go like off-roading. I want to buy like a nice truck that could go do that kind of, that's sick. Nicer fishing equipment, nicer camera gear, dude. I want to do that kind of stuff. And me, like me having that drive of going forward, that's what I want. That's what's keeping me going. Just not being like, on the
That will
streets.
happen.
What?
That will happen.
It will.
Time.
It will. Time will happen. Just right now, I'm in that grind, hustle phase. You know, I'm in that kind of phase. I may not show it because I feel like physically I'm more of a laid back kind of guy. I feel like I show that. I mean, I know earlier in that intro, I'm like, you know, and then here I like talking, I'm just a little quiet, you know. You could ask a lot of my friends, hey, I'm a laid back guy. You could even ask the guys at work, dude, like, he's a pretty chill dude. Like, yeah, like he gets his things done, but he's not like yelling at people or yeah, I'm not. I'm like, I get frustrated, yeah, because, you know, everybody has emotion. Everyone gets frustrated, you know, obviously. But you know, like, if something does like something, if someone does something upsetting to me, that makes me upset, I will be mad at them for a couple days, and I'm like, you know what, that was a couple days ago. Obviously, I will like sleep with one eye open, but I'm like, you know what, like, I think you're still a good person. It's just maybe X thing or Y thing is not my thing anymore. But anyways, back to the other, yeah, you know, just grinding, really. I don't want to focus on slacking off or whatever. I mean, I do. Let's be real. We all deserve breaks, right? We all deserve breaks. It's the weekend, bro. Come on, right? But Monday through Friday, if I don't feel like I'm doing anything productive, I feel like ass. I feel like booty, you know. Man. So that's why, like, you know, working with tools, working construction, you know, I feel like, you know, I'm adding something to society. Serving a purpose. Yeah, like, dude, like, we're in LA, right? 6th Street Bridge is over there. I don't know. We'll probably post a picture, but over there, it's like a brand new building. The crane just came down maybe a month ago. I think that's cool, you know, adding like, you know, like building something, being like carpentry. That bridge over there, that bridge was just built not that long ago. I think that's a really cool piece of like work right there. You know, I want to like contribute that way. You know, that's how I wanna. That's how I wanna be. You know, that way, look, in the future, I could be like, I built that. I helped build that. Or I was a part of it, you know. That's what I want to, you know. So, yeah, I don't really have that drive to just not, like, be a sore loser. I was like that for not that long ago. Maybe when I was 20. I was just like a bum, just hitching, like, rides off my mom. Like, hey, Mom, can you take me here? Just live, like, working night shifts, hating my job. Now I'm like, you know what? Like, I gotta rise up, dude. I'm locked in. So yeah, I got a license, got my credit. I got a new car. I mean, you've seen it, right? It's a 2017 Civic. I got that off of credit. I was able to refinance the house.
For real?
Yeah. But for real, with me and my mom, we refinanced it. So, yeah. I was able to do that because the house is gonna go. Like, I don't know behind the scenes, but my mom was like, "Hey, bro, like, I want to keep the house. You mind if I could use your credit, like, to co-sign?" I'm like, "Go ahead." Yeah, and like I said, I'm able to afford that. You know, obviously, I'm able to afford that and do, you know, whatever other, you know, fun things. Like, I think I told you earlier, I'm into building PCs. I like to fix up and modify like old like Game Boys and old consoles. I like to do that too. What else do I like to do? Just play games. I don't know. So whatever like, well, whatever I feel that is earned. You know, okay, after a long day, kick the boots off, kick the shoes off, sit back and just do whatever I like to do. Business first, fun second. And yeah, that's all I gotta say really.
That was
I feel like I
fire,
went on,
bro.
like,
That
I
was
feel like I
fire,
went
bro.
on, like,
That
different
was
tangents.
fire.
That's fire, bro.
That's when the authentic.
No, yeah,
city
yeah, of
comes
course,
out.
yeah. Because I feel like if you stick to like a script,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if it's like a movie or whatever, okay, you know, you gotta follow the director or the writer. But you know, if you're just like kicking it back with the homies or whatever, or like if you want to express how you feel about, you know, with me and my girlfriend,
Why'd you roll your eyes? You're like,
it's complicated.
Okay,
It's
okay.
complicated. Yeah, like I feel like if we like stick to like I don't know how to describe it, but if we express each other, and if it's like, dude, like kind of like how, like going all over the place, it's like how you said, genuine, rather than like, oh,
it's organic.
every day, it's, I love you, which, you know, obviously that's good, right? But throw a little bit of that spice in there, you know, everything, change it up a bit. You know, I'm just piggybacking off what you said, but yeah, just I don't like people who are like not authentic, not fake. You know, I'd rather be straight up. Like I'll tell people, yeah, like I vibe with you, nah, I don't vibe with you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I don't like X person for X reason.
Yeah, because you can't really appease, or you can't really, is it appease or
Appeal?
appeal? You can't really appeal to everybody. You can't really appeal to everybody. Like, not everybody's
Yeah,
gonna love you or like you.
It's like a puzzle piece that you don't fit. There is like universal, because there are some people that are like what's the word? Affable.
Affable.
Affable, where people just like, oh, like, you're a cool person, whatever. They're just really approachable.
yeah.
That's what affable means. And there are some people like, you know, that person's kind of hard to approach, or maybe like it takes time to like get to know the person. Some people are just like locked in a shell, and then like, over the course of time, you know, they're like turns out to be a good person, or maybe not. Maybe they're the opposite, right? But yeah, I don't know. I just have a thing against. I mean, I don't want to sound like a boomer, but it's like, dude, like I've dealt with like fake people. It sucks. Like I got people that I still know in high school who haven't even done anything for themselves. They're working like check by check. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. That's messed up, because you know some people are just unfortunate, right?
If we're
Some
being
people are just
authentic-
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
right.
true, very true.
But
You can't
these guys
discredit-
are like they'll buy. Okay, they'll get their check, and then like they'll immediately just spend it on like games, or like candy, or like a shirt or something. It's like I mean, they put bills last, rather than like, you know. Oh, they'll put food, necessities,
The
groceries.
responsibilities are not like.
They'd rather just buy video games, go to like Disneyland or something, rather than like, oh crap, like I gotta pay bills. Oh hey, oh crap, I gotta do this thing. Oh, you know, oh my mom wants money here, you know, rather than, oh I'm just gonna buy games and just play it. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah,
I don't want
no,
to sound
yeah.
like messed up.
No,
you know?
no.
But you know, it's just that I'm like, dude, like you're like 26, 27. And you're still like that, you know, get a grip, bro. Like, get off your.
That's a friend.
Get off of your gaming chair, right? And just go. Like, put the controller down for once, and like, you know, not just that. Oh, it's time to go. Oh, 10 minutes.
We got 9 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Like, or instead of just being inside, go like, you know, go touch grass. You know, go
I got you,
hiking.
I got
Go do
you.
something. You know. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it does look like grass. Huh?
Yeah, that's what my
They're fire.
girlfriend said. They look like grass. But yeah, yeah, it's just that, you know. Some people are just. I feel like some people are unfortunate that, okay, fine, they can't really buy the things they like. Some people, they're the opposite of that. They buy everything and they're just really like, what's the word? We're like
Unresponsible.
unresponsible. No,
Irresponsible.
irresponsible, and
My what?
I lost my momentum. You know how like
Going
off.
Your train of thought.
Yeah.
Touch grass.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Touch grass, irresponsible. They don't want to be like, they're inconsiderate. That's the word. They're inconsiderate.
Of others.
Inconsiderate
Oh,
of others,
themselves?
themselves, and they're just unaware of like what they are
Yeah.
and who they are, like their position in life.
It's because social media a lot. like
It could just be that brain rotting, doom scrolling, whatever you want to.
Mm-hmm. That's
it's one of the main
Bro.
problems in today
Um,
society, man.
very much so.
I'm a victim.
I think
I think we are. Yeah.
Ah,
This day and
man,
age,
it's just-
TikTok, YouTube, Reels,
Exactly,
like, dude,
bro.
it's a thing.
That's why I have all of them deleted. But when I do want to post, that's when I download them and post and then delete them right after. Because scrolling, mindlessly scrolling, is just not for me.
It's just a habit we all picked up, especially throughout quarantine. And I've been reading this book called Atomic Habits.
Oh yeah.
And bro, it's a really really good book. I'm only like 10 pages into it, but one thing I got from it is if you want to change something, don't shoot for a goal, but shoot for a system in order to execute that goal.
Right.
So say you want to quit smoking and you're around people that smoke and they offer you a cigarette. You don't tell them that no thanks. I'm trying to not smoke. Instead of telling them no thanks, I'm not a smoker. You have to convince yourself on the person who you want to become. So say like I want to stop. My goal is to stop going on TikTok, like just to find some comfort right after, like if I'm bored or like, if I get angry, just like waste my time on TikTok to free up my mind. And that's how habits are created. We want to free up space in our mind, in order for us to like, get that flow back going. So it's just finding better solutions and alternatives in order for us to become the person we want to become. And that's how we got to look at it. So obviously, if you help encourage people, then that means you're a good leader. If you take some photos, call yourself a photographer. If you write something, call yourself a writer. Don't just say, I write here and there. You have to believe. It all starts with belief, an undying one.
The tongue is a very powerful tool. And going off what you said about the smoking thing, I think I've heard that from Tony Robinson. Don't say that I'm trying not to smoke anymore. Just say that, I don't smoke. Because you're not that same person you were yesterday. So present yourself as a person you are trying to be today.
It's all a mind game.
Are we done here?
No?
Kind of have to, no?
Yeah, I
5
don't want
minutes.
5 minutes. But yeah, there's another thing that I learned. There's just like only like 10 pages in, and like mostly everything's highlighted. Like there's so much key things. Like I'm trying to remember most of them because like they're all just so good.
No more, you can return it already. Right?
Like bro, I can't return it anymore. There's no way.
Signed in the 7 day.
Yeah, there's
like,
no
grace
way,
period.
dude.
Okay.
Everything's just highlighted. But I want to end off with one more thing. Don't try, do. Whatever you want to do, don't try it, or else you're just gonna go half butt on it.
Don't show them the shirt. Show them the shirt.
Stop. Yeah, have no doubt. Have no doubt. But stop saying you're gonna try, and just do. Trying. If you're gonna try at something, just don't even start, because you don't have enough commitment to go through with it. If you're gonna start something, go through with it. Don't say you're going to. Don't say you're gonna try to. Say you're going to. Be committed.
When he says committed, he means there's no plan B. There's only a plan A.
Plan A.
And from plan A stems all the other mistakes and penalty.
And it's not about you're obviously gonna fall back on some bad habits, but it's winning majority of your time and winning the majority of your decisions. Kind of like for a presidential vote, one president doesn't win off one vote; they win a majority of votes. So you wanna win for the most part, most of the day. It's okay to slip back a little bit, but if you have the majority already won, so executing already what you wanted to do, and not being distracted, then you already won. And it's just one step at a time. Little habits create big wins. Little changes create big wins. Like there's a race. Okay, now it's all starting to come to me. Okay, and now there's a race. There's a France team that the Olympics did not win a single cycling tournament, and they were trying to get sponsored by a cycling bike whatever company, but they didn't want to be associated with a losing team. And there's a new coach that got hired. I don't know their names, but he started to tell his team to improve the small things like the adjustment of the seats, like their shoes, you know, the hydration, all the little things. And they started to win consecutive Olympics championships back to back to back to back to back. And it didn't take a day. It took a while, like years, you know, in order for them to, you know, keep going at it. So you're not going to see something right away, and don't be discouraged by that, because a lot of people want results right away, but it's going to take time. And you know, if you have time, then you know you're able to. You know, you got a chance to like do it. So just improve one thing at a time. Don't stress yourself. Don't go fall back into bad habits. You know, turn away from what brings you down, and just look up. Yeah.
Chase pain, not pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
purpose.
My name is Aaron,
What's up?
Juan.
Chris.
and we are out, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace
Thank
out.
you, and goodbye.
Yes, sir.